Hi, Steve. I hope you're well. I hope business is good and everything's working okay through COVID and whatnot. I know it's tough for businesses at the minute, so I just thought I would shoot this quick video to kind of show you how you can turn your website into a client conversion machine. Um, Delighted that you went on and you downloaded our free Ultimate Guide. I hope that gives you a few pointers and a few tips as to how to sort of tick things along. But I thought I would do this bit more of a deep dive for you and for your business and for your website specifically. Um, as we know, the internet's a really powerful place to pick up new clients. Um, it's one of the first points of call. It probably is the first point of call for most people when they look for anything. In your case, for roofing services. So with that being said, I just thought I would just shoot this video really quick and go through kind of a couple of little numbers and just to show you kind of firsthand exactly how we can improve things for you, how you can improve things for yourself, and ultimately how you can turn your website into a client conversion machine. And so here, as we see, this is your website, and it's a really nice looking website. You've got some really good pictures on there. It's laid out quite well. You've got a really nice call to action here, which is what we like to see. This is something that a lot of people fall down on, and they don't have enough call to action, i.e., leave a review, get a quote, call our number, speak to our team, things like this. So it's really nice and refreshing to see that this is quite clear up here. As we scroll down with your site, press for a free quote. Again, another call for action. That's what we really like to see. Other things outlined in your 24-hour emergency service, so people know that you're available 24 hours a day. And this is great. Um, Again, we go down. We've got a bit more about your services that are offered. A little bit about you. It's always nice to see people like the personal touch. Why choose us? Again, yeah, always very important. So as we go down, yeah, your site, it's a good looking site. I can see somebody's obviously built that for you. Uh, there are some things from our standpoint that I would change. I would be looking to embed a map in here so people know exactly your locality. I'll get onto that a little bit later, exactly why we do that. Um, but that would be something I would put in here in this area. And again, the thing that we stress most with our ultimate guide is down to our content. And content is king for Google. Google reads a website like a book. And Google ultimately, to put things at the top of the search engines, they want to give the customer, the consumer, what they feel is the most authoritative website, the expert in any said niche in that section, in what they're looking for, in the area that they're looking for. And so, here we have, you do have content on your website, and I think you could bulk that up again. Google looks for keywords specifically, so things like roof installation, metal roofs. These are things that people actively search for. And what we would like to do, for roofing companies is to get some keyword rich content in there. Like it says on the free guide, you want something in around 1,500 words. And when Google comes and crawls through your site, that's the thing that they look for. Who has the knowledge, who is exponentially giving out knowledge to everybody. Um, so your site looks really well. I think there's a lot going for it, but I think there's a lot that could be done to it in order to put it out there in front of consumers, in order to put it out there for people to see and for people to find. We find in our experience that there's a lot of guys either, who don't have a website. If you don't have a website, you can't be found. It's nearly as bad as having a really good looking website that can't be found. And ultimately, your website is like a business card. So, you know, your business card's out there, if you know who you're looking for, it's really easy to find a website. But when you don't know who you're looking for, or you're looking for a service provider, you want to make sure that you are there right at the top for people to find. So that being said, I just want to show you in Google. I did a couple of quick little searches just to give you an idea of exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So I see that you're based in Little Rock. Well, that's where you live. So I put in roofer. This is kind of the most searched for term. There's lots of other things like roof installation, roofing contractor. Roofer is the one that gets predominantly the most searches. So as we scroll down here, these are ads. You can run ads typically in the roofing space. The cost per click for ads is quite high. You've got to run a hell of a lot of money. uh, in order to make those ads work. Um, that's I'm not saying they don't work; they absolutely do. But it's it's an investment that you have to put a lot of money in, sometimes for little return. Um, from experience, in my opinion, the best way to do it is to get organic traffic. You're going after people who are actively out looking for your service, and what you want to do is attract them to your website and ultimately attract them to picking up the phone to give you a call or asking you to come for a free quote via contact submission or any other way like that. Um, as we scroll down, this thing here is called the map pack. This is Google Maps or Google My Business. And this typically takes about 70% of the clicks from people that are searching for, in this case, roofer in Little Rock. So these three guys, this is kind of the area that you want to be. These are the guys that will take 70% of the clicks. These are the guys that will get the most calls. These are the guys that will get the most business. Um, the next thing down is for people that are looking for a website. You want to be in the top three. So here, or down here. These sections will take 70 to 80% of clicks for people that are looking for a website. So you can see the importance in it. 70% of people that just want a number really quick, this is where they'll go to. 70 to 80% of people who want a website for information for a company that they can read up on, they want to be seen in the top three. 90% of people who are searching for something on Google will not make it to page two. 90%. I'm sure you do it yourself. You get on, you look for something. How often do we go to page two? Almost never. So when I've had a look, I look down through this. I can't find your site. So when we go down, we've got Angie's List. We've got all these types of things, these big directories. Yelp, another directory. This is a Google business site. Roofer Little Rock, Porch.com. You can see what I mean. Going on down, there are other. Then we're into other companies, this type of thing, but I can't seem to find your website here. I've looked through roofing contractor, I've looked through roof replacement, roof repair, all this type of thing. I'm not finding your website anywhere really on Google. Um, coming over here, this is a tool we use. This is all the stuff in the back end. So as I said, your website looks really good. It could use a little bit more content. It could use a little, like a map here, a couple of little tweaks here. I think what needs to be done is more on the back end, so in the background that the consumer or the public don't see. So this little tool gives me a pretty brief insight into exactly what's going on with your website. Um, Backlinks are something that and referring domains, these two are basically other businesses or other websites that point towards your website, giving it more authority. So when they come around and say, oh, someone's looking for a roofer in Little Rock or the surrounding area, having backlinks or referring domains from other websites basically points Google to roofingcentralarkansas.com is the place to go. They're the guys who you want. They're the guys who need to come out and look after you. You can see that you're only ranking for one organic keyword, um, but this is the biggest thing at the minute for me. Organic traffic is zero. People are not finding your website, and people are not visiting your website. It'll be for a lot of reasons. Some, like I mentioned, the backlinks, um, predominantly the content. There are many other things, a lot of technical stuff that you can help in order to drive traffic towards your website. And when you drive traffic towards your website, that's when the phone starts to ring. That's when clients start to come in, and that's when you start to get more custom. Um, the digital age is upon us. This is where we want to be. This is where people want to be going forward, and setting your business up with a really strong digital platform through your website and through your primarily through your website and through GMB, which is something I'll show you in a little minute. Is something that can give you that kind of jump start to really send your business kind of going forward. I did look at your reviews that you have on your website. Customers are obviously very impressed with the business that you have and the work that you do. It's a real credit to you. But I definitely think that there are ways that you can take this to the next level and to build your business to something that you know can really work for you, work for your family, work for your employees, and so forth. This little tool here is something I want to give you. So this is a competitor, Riley Hayes Roofing and Construction. There in Little Rock. Um, for the Google My Business, so that the place in here that I showed you, that 70% of people click on. What people don't know is that this is actually Google Maps use this. It's a search tool using Google Maps. So based on your geographical location and the search that you're looking for, Google Maps will project and give you these three. Well, there's lots of them. They're here. So all the businesses listed for that service that you're looking for. But here, this three, these are the things that these are the businesses that Google deems to be the main players in this area. I would love to see your business get in here. I would love to see Roofing Central Arkansas in here. I couldn't find your Google My Business listing. I'm not sure if you have one. If you don't have one, that's not a problem. It's very easy to set up, but optimizing it is where the key is. To get in here, this is what makes your phone ring every day. We have clients in the space who they weren't in the map pack, which is what this is. They weren't in the top three of the organic listings for Google in many cities all over the United States. When they do a little bit of work, they use our guide, they use our business, however it is you want to approach it. They Once this happens, their phone starts to ring. You can 2x, 3x, 10x your leads, 10x your amount of clients, 10x your inquiries. You can really drive your business through. The great thing about this is something that, providing that you keep up the maintenance to it, it's a permanent thing. Google's not going anywhere. In fact, it's going from strength to strength to strength. It's something that people are constantly relying on. In my opinion, the days of business cards, the days of door to door, billboards, radio, television, all that type of thing, they're on the decline, and the digital age is on the way forward. And so I personally feel that companies that really launch their digital platform, their digital real estate now, are the guys that are really going to benefit. So what this tool does is it basically shows you where you rank based on a geographic location. So in different parts of Little Rock, if you were over here and you searched, you would get a different set of companies compared to where you are over here. Um, with this company, so Riley Hayes, they kind of dominate quite a lot. The 1 represents being number 1 in the map pack, and the 20, so every number in between, but the 20 represents you being either number 20 or they can't find you. As I say, I couldn't run yours exclusively. If you do have one, please let me know and I will run it for you. I couldn't run it exclusively because I couldn't find it, but I just wanted to give you an idea as to how your competitor is doing. So they're ranking number 1, but as I say, they're here for the taking. They're here for a business to come in to basically to dominate this, to turn all these numbers into ones, twos, and threes. Because when you turn them all into ones, twos, and threes, that's when you dominate the pack. No matter where anybody searches in this surrounding area, all around Little Rock, this is who jumps up. So here, if somebody searches in this area, they're number 1. Somebody searches over here, they're down 11 and 12. They're never going to find them. They're never going to call them. This tool is really fantastic. It lets me able to track things. So as work is done on on sites and on Google My Business listings, this really allows you for an absolute visual aspect to track exactly how things go and how they are. Um, so yeah, that's just a little insight into your website. If you're free to jump on a call with me for 5 minutes, we can talk in a little bit more detail. I can give you a few more pointers. If not, it's no big deal. It's no problem. No hard feelings, and I wish you the best. Um, Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for taking the time to download our ultimate guide. And yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks very much, and you have a great day. Bye bye.